The classmate of mine that I chose to evaluate had very good positive communication. He chose to talk with one of his friends, and when introducing her, he was very positive and he was very respectful for her. He had a nice introduction, and they just seemed like they really got along, and you could see the respect they had for each other. Something that he did to convey his listening behaviors was when she was talking, he was always making eye contact with her. He nodded along with what she was saying, and it really made me feel like he was completely engaged in their conversation and was very into what she was saying and listening to her 100%. One thing I think that he did to show his interest was after she would talk or say something, like one of the specific things was he asked her if when she decided to start looking at colleges, and after she answered, she had said something about she had family pushing her to do something, and he showed very good interest in it because he responded to her her statement by asking, repeating what she said and putting his input on it. He said that he thought it's probably a very good thing that family pushes you to go to college and all that kind of stuff. So it showed that he was very interested in what she was saying, and that he actually was paying attention to what she was saying. One thing that I think that he did not do very good was build on commonalities. His conversation was more so him kind of interviewing her instead of them having a conversation back and forth on how they share certain aspects of their lives. It was more he asked her a bunch of questions and she just answered, and never did he really open up about anything that he was anything that he was doing or how he felt on certain things. And I think that kind of has an impact on the conversation. It wasn't as much a conversation where they both were learning facts or stuff about each other. It was more so he was learning a lot about her, but she wasn't learning too much about him. So it was kind of a one-way conversation where he would just ask questions like what her job was, when she got her degree, all that sort of stuff, when she graduated. And so it was more so her talking to him instead of him talking with her. One thing, the things that he asked, like I said, was, so his conversation was basically about what she does. So he asked her when she decided to start looking into colleges and where she went to college and her major and what she's working in and how she likes her jobs and all that kind of stuff. I think that the questions that he asked were very effective in their conversation, just because he was building more and more on each question. So he started off asking when she decided to look for colleges, and then he moved on to where and what she wanted to do. And it was throughout the conversation you just learn more and more and more about this person, and it just built a lot.